Romans 8:28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God and to them that are the called according to his purpose. All things, not most things. That's the realm you are stepping into. All things. About your person, about your family, about your children, about your finances, about your calling. We know that all things, no matter your calling, all things work together for good to them that love God. A calling does not make a man a pity. No. A call to ministry does not make you someone to be pitied. You are called to glory and honor. The priests are to dress for glory and for honor. And then 1 Corinthians 2:9. Eyes, eye hath not seen nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which God hath prepared for them that love him. Engaging the spirit of love to assessing our next levels in the journey of life. That statement connotes every true lover of Jesus is ordained a pace setter and a trailblazer. Eyes have not seen what will be happening through them as God has prepared it for them and deposited it into their account. Things that eyes have not seen, things that ears have not heard, they are ordained to be the order of the day in the life of every true lover of Jesus. Some love ministry. Many love preaching. Some love pastoring. But how many truly love Jesus? How many? If you check the story of every outstanding ministry all through the ages, that is one hidden treasure in their life. Their undying love for Jesus. They can't be stranded. How? He that dwells in love dwells in God, and God in him. 1 John 4:16. Can anything block the road against God? Is it not written, lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be lifted up, ye everlasting doors, that the King of glory might come in? Next levels don't end when you dwell in God and God in you. New chapters keep opening all through the days of one's life. Now, it went on and said in Ephesians 3:17-19, it said, that Christ may dwell in your hearts by faith, and that ye being rooted and grounded in love, may be able to comprehend with all the saints what is the breadth and the length and the depth and height of the love of God. You are grounded and rooted in love. Then you are filled with all the fullness of God, who does new things every morning. New things every morning. New things every morning. Filled. When you are filled with the love of God, you are filled with all the fullness of God. Behold, I do a new thing. He specializes in doing new things. So new chapters don't stop opening. New levels don't stop opening when you are filled with the fullness of God. Lamentation 3:22 and 23. It's of the Lord's mercy that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. So every true lover of Jesus enjoys the opening of new chapters naturally. New things just bursting forth in their lives. Because they are filled with all the fullness of God. I've said over and again that nobody can claim to know the secret behind my life except you discover my heart, until you discover my heartbeat for God. I just love this Jesus above everything else, including myself. I would rather die believing God than doubt him. What he says to do suits me naturally. I'm not struggling with it. I didn't feel anything negative about my life when he said, arrive. This is the place. That's okay. That's the place. Then I came with a statement. I said, I would rather sink with God than shine without him. That's how we got here. And that no church will be in town. Oh, yes, sir. This is the love of God that will keep his commandment, and his commandments are not grievous. They don't grieve you when you love him. Anything he tells you to do suits you naturally. You are not grieved. You are not trying to look for that technique to cover it. He built that church, and we were grateful to him for building it, and we celebrated him for it. He said, shut it down, lock it on Sunday. Is it to gather people here? No. Any natural thinking person will keep that place there and hang here. If it doesn't work here, you go back there. A double-minded person is unstable in all his ways. Let not that man think he shall receive anything from God. Today they count 82,000 people walking through the gate. The area has been infested. Amen. We don't count in our church in services, because some have come from so far, they stay for all the services. We count them all the time. We count at the gate. You must stop, get a tag, and there are about 6 gates. And then they count people that are in. How many of you are there? Well, you are telling them you are counting it too. Inside the forest. Opened up by the love of God, not by anything. It's not by technique, it's not by any style. And you can't love God without knowing. Nobody else may know, but you know, and God knows if you're in love with him. Simon, son of Barjona, do you love me? He said, I love you, Lord. He said, don't get worried, don't get bothered. But I'm going to ask you again, do you really love me? He said, I love you, Jesus. 3rd time, he said, Simon, son of Jonah, do you really love me? He said, you know all things, you know that I love you. Prove it. Feed my lamb, feed my sheep. Go after my lamb, go after my sheep. That is the capital proof of your love for me. Without your love for souls, your love is fake. Your love is fake. If what you are looking for is number, your love is fake.